Yeah, the strongest I've ever seen. I've known you since you were 13, and this has seriously impressed me. Nothing usually does. I'm telling the truth. I don't lie. Mike Tyson reveals he's in the best shape of his life, practically breaking the internet, while Jake Paul is busy patting his belly, eating junk food, and yelling, "I'm not fat." Delusion at its finest. Or maybe it's just boyish dreams because, let's face it, he hasn't grown up enough to realize what he signed up for. Such a power puncher. He used to speak to my mom on the phone regularly. "Oh, Mrs. Egan," he'd chat away, and she'd say, "Oh, Mike, thank you so much for looking after my son." But in truth, he was watching over me too. Every boxing legend is glued to their screens for this November 15th showdown, which now feels like a tragic comedy rather than a real competition. Experts say it's 100% predictable, but with Mike Tyson's muscle transformation looking insane, any doubt about the outcome has vanished. Mike Tyson, an absolute juggernaut, is making headlines, scaring boxing fans worldwide. Why? Because at 58, yes, almost 6 decades, he's in shape so terrifying that the Grim Reaper might reconsider his job security. Tyson isn't just in shape. He's in holy, call the authorities shape. We're talking about a guy who was pulverizing legends before Jake Paul even knew how to spell boxing. And now, Tyson's training videos are giving nightmares to those who sleep with the lights on. Meanwhile, Jake Paul, our beloved YouTuber turned punching bag in waiting, must be nervously rehearsing his pre-fight excuses. Jake prances around with that smug, unearned swagger as if he's the second coming of Muhammad Ali, when he's barely survived matches against reality TV fighters. He thinks his 30-year age advantage matters. Adorable. Kid, you're not stepping into a content collab. You're about to face a man who's perfected turning human beings into unconscious blobs. Leaked sparring footage ahead of his fight has people genuinely worried for Jake. Gene Kilroy, the guy who worked with legends like Muhammad Ali, said he's never seen Tyson this fierce, not even in his prime. Jake, bless his attention-seeking soul, genuinely thinks he has a chance. But Tyson, a man who lives to annihilate egos and jawbones alike, isn't buying the hype. Jake is 6 feet 1 inch and probably thinks that counts for something. Guess what, Jake? Tyson's punches have reduced taller, tougher men to puddles. Even Joe Rogan, the human hype machine, had to pause and sigh. Tyson, older, wiser, and somehow even more dangerous, could still vaporize most boxers today. He hasn't lost that primal power and aggression that made opponents see their lives flash before their eyes. Meanwhile, Jake Paul can't decide if he's a fighter or an influencer. Roy Jones Jr., who stepped into the ring with Tyson not long ago, still flinches at the mention of Tyson's punches. Even at 55, Tyson's punches felt like mule kicks. And Jake's 230 pounds might look good in Instagram videos, but this isn't about who has the best montage. When Tyson throws a punch, it's not about age. It's about decades of mastering the craft of pain. Even heavyweight champ Shannon Briggs couldn't help but marvel at Tyson's brutal speed and aggression. Meanwhile, Jake continues his parade, thinking he can meme his way through this. What we have here is an epic clash. Mike Tyson, a man who strikes fear into the core of seasoned fighters, still has the speed, the power, and the terrifying intensity to send Jake Paul straight to dreamland.